the chair of the Board of Trustees for Waltham Forest and Mount Churches shelter. We're also known as branches. So from when I mention it, it is brought back branches. We're a 27-bed hostel for vulnerable homeless men and women. We provide a home, support, and other services to help reintegrate our residents into their community. But with a constant demand for places, the hostel stays are limited to an average of about 18 months, while we support them to transition into independent living. Several years ago, we recognised that we had a serious problem in obtaining move-on accommodation, which is basically where do they go once they're with us. We also knew that some people could benefit from further support after their initial period of stay with us, and this would help to reduce the risk of relapse into homelessness again. So we resolved that we would take steps to provide more move-on accommodations ourselves, and we added this objective to our strategic plan, which was at that time was about 2020. We named the project Stepping Stones. It took us a number of years to realise this ambition, but at the moment we're about 1 month away from its completion. To help us achieve this objective, we engaged a fundraiser called Leslie Hines to begin fundraising to help us buy a suitable property, and also to carry out the subsequent refurbishment work. We also committed £350,000 of our own reserves. So we've been putting away money for at least 5 years in the aim of getting this project off the ground. The purpose of the project was to obtain and then to provide good quality move-on accommodation for residents transitioning from our hostel accommodation to full independent living. We were looking for accommodation that we could repurpose, that was going to be affordable, safe, and to foster in its residents a sense of pride and confidence. This meant that very particular needs in terms of security, layout, and facilities was needed. But most challenging from a technical point of view was the need for low energy consumption to keep the residents and our bills to a minimum. While we hunted for a suitable property, we also initiated a procurement process to identify an architect, and we chose Cullen Studios for that purpose, and for our building contractor. We selected N&J Building Services, plus all our other technical support. The property we found eventually was an existing Victorian house, multiple occupation, in need of substantial refurbishment. The joint vision developed with our architects was to provide a safe, affordable home with low energy bills. If energy consumption could be kept to a minimum, the home would be resilient against fluctuating energy pricing and providing residents with a long-term assurance. The low energy retrofit design for this house was the first of its kind, aiming to meet the LETI standards, which is the Low Energy Transformation Initiative, and employing passive house principles. So those principles are no thermal bridging, and this is for those people who know about this, high quality insulation, superior windows, airtight construction, and ventilation with heat recovery. So all those principles are what we're trying to achieve in this retrofit. In such an unusual, multifaceted project like this, good collaboration is vital. Each party involved, the branch's directors and staff, Leslie Hines fundraising, the surveyors, our architects, the structural engineers and contractors, bought into this collaborative approach, and ensuring effective project management and a smooth process from concept to construction, and enable us then to call on external resources like Crash for funding, advice and materials. So key features of this retrofit were the installation of a flat roof, an air source heat pump, solar panels, triple glazed windows and doors, re-rendered insulated interior walls and exterior walls, reworked loft conversion, and installation of high quality, robust fixtures and fittings in our bathroom and kitchens. That's just some of it. Professional support, advice and materials provided by Crash to the project has been immense. I think you might Did the amounts go up? I don't know if you did, but I can tell you. The corporate patrons have provided materials and expertise to the value of £83,000. Plus, we were given a grant of £78,000. This, in terms of professional expertise, we received that would be in kind about £6,500 worth of support. Pro bono construction materials, £74,000. Construction products and discounts, just over £3,000. So when you add the grants and all that support, we received a handsome sum of £161,000 of financial additional support. So in no particular order, I'm going to thank all of these patrons. I hope some of them, I meet some of you today. Johnson Tiles, Heckman Wank, I hope I said I pronounced it properly, North Drywall and North Insulation, Kingspan, British Gypsum, Gilbert, E-Tex UK Insulation, Genuix Group, Bowder, Dulox, Dalkia, Arcadis, Volker Fitzpatrick, and Gardner and Theobald. I hope I've got all of you, but without your kind and valued support, we wouldn't be anywhere near finishing this project. So I would also like to thank in particular Tricia and Vipesh for their unstinted, unwavering support and helping us get through some tricky moments. But also, I saw Francesca was here today. Francesca was the one who introduced us to Crash. Almost 2 years ago, when we came along to a board meeting and we were put through our paces. The next day, we received an email saying, "Yep, we're on board." So I'd like to say thank you very much again to all your support.